All right, folks, injector installation time. A couple things I want to point out real quick here. Grab a pointing device of such. So before you install your injectors, what you're going to want to do is first make sure your injector board is nice and clean. As you can see, I had a little bit of surface rust there because I was so Johnny on the spot with this, and one whole season later I finally got back around to installing the injectors. So make sure it's clean, first of all. Second of all, that bolt right there, you can go ahead and install it, your top bolt, snug it down. You know, and I mean snug it, I don't mean hit it with an impact or nothing, but you can snug it down. Get it tight already. That'll save you a lot of headache and hassle afterward. Next, go ahead and lubricate your O-rings on your injector. I just use a little bit of fresh motor oil here to lubricate them. Your copper tip right here, if you install it the way I did, you'll see it's loose. Obviously you don't want that coming off and dropping down in your bore. Now, it may or may not, but I always like to kind of give it the vertical hang test here a little bit. It seems to pass that okay. Go ahead and get your injector oriented. And let's see if I can do this while looking through a camera. Stick it in the hole. Push this up and over. It'll kind of won't catch on the bolt. Now your injector obviously don't sit all the way down. So here's what I do. This is the highly approved scientific, only professionals should try this trick right here. I get a block of wood and a hammer and I beat the crap out of it. You can kind of hear when it gets all the way down there. And even though you can't see it on camera, that's now latched behind the bolt there. You just do that to all your injectors. And of course the back one is always the fun one. Just on the passenger side it is. The driver's side, you got a little bit more whacking room. And sometimes you just got to get creative. And I'm sure nowhere in any repair manual there's listed a specification that says whack with the hammer. So once again, consumer of videos beware. This isn't necessarily the right way to do it. It's just the way I do it. You can find your own method elsewhere if you should. And maybe you know a better way than whacking it with a block of wood and a hammer. Obviously, if I had a soft blow hammer or something, I'd use it instead, but all I got's that ball peen. Stick your little bottom bolts in here. Now, one thing I did off camera that you didn't see is I got all the glow plugs removed already. Because right now your cylinders are full of just whatever the heck. Fuel, oil, probably some brake clean, dust, dirt, water, contaminants, pigeon, who knows. All kind of crap down in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna spin it over after we get this done. And that just clears the cylinders out. Make sure there's nothing in there that can hydro lock the cylinders or anything like that, which is basically if you got a lot of fluids or something in there, fluids do not compress. And so what'll happen is, because the fluids don't compress, as the piston comes up, something's got to give, and 9 times out of 10 it's the connecting rod. It'll bend on you, and of course you won't know that just right off the bat. until you go to start it and it's like, wow, this thing ain't running right worth a crap. Yeah, you hydrolock the engine. If you're lucky though, the engine just locks. If you're not lucky, it'll keep on spinning and just bend the crap out of that rod. If it does lock on you, sometimes you can get lucky though and just go ahead and, you know, on a gasoline engine, you can remove a spark plug. On a diesel engine, remove a glow plug, or, you know, something that ain't got glow plugs, say like one of your Cummins motors or something. You just have to pull the injector back out if that were the case. Oh, and I hope that never happens to you. It is not fun. Ask me how I know. So anyway, you're going to go ahead and tighten down these bolts real quick. So I'll kind of show you here on this one that's actually in frame on the camera. Once again, I didn't say hit it with an impact kind of tight. I'm sure there's a specification by International or Ford. Maybe I'll look that up if I can figure out how to do it, put it on the screen or in the description or something along them lines. Because I'm sure there's a specification to be followed here, along with most things that I'm not following. So anyway, snug it on down. Grab your critical adjustment tools. Give it an extra little whacketh or two. Scientific whack, not just any kind of whack. It's calibrated. And just see if you can get your extra little snug on here. Bam. Injector set. One more thing to do, I forgot to mention. Some of you may be screaming at your smart devices right now. Gotta install this right here doohickey. It goes down in yonder gland. Best way to do this is to drop the bolt, cuss and scream a little bit. Hold your tongue just right. Ta-da! Well, I hope my big old fat arm wasn't in the way when I was shooting that. You have to pardon me, folks. I'm not used to recording every single thing I do. I'm always consciously aware of where the camera is. So, either way, pretty simple. Put the thing in the hole. Or do like me and just struggle with it for 45 minutes and try not to cuss because you're on camera. Ta-da! Alright, I'll just do that 7 more times off camera. Alrighty, folks. So this is kind of a conclusion, a wrap-up video, if you will. On how rebuilding these injectors went and everything. So it's pretty early in the morning. You see a bunch of dew on the windshield. I've been driving this truck for about a month or so now, just kind of get a good feel of what all is going on and how it's doing before I shot this video. So Let's go ahead and crank it up. Let's see what all happens here. Let me get that off. All right, wait to start the lights off. All right, let me zoom you on in. Focus. Hey, look at that. No smoke. So, all in all, I'd say this was a success. So, woohoo! Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going into work. There you go, folks. That's your normal operating temperature for your 205-degree thermostat.